When was the last time you actually had to wait for a video to buffer? Or, download a huge file and just stare at the progress bar? I'm guessing it's been a while. That seamless, instant connection we all take for granted? Well, it isn't magic. It's all powered by this incredible, invisible backbone that stretches across our entire planet.
It's honestly kinda wild what a couple of decades can do, right? We went from fighting over who got to use the one painfully slow dial-up line to a world where a whole family can be streaming 4K movies, playing competitive video games, and downloading giant files, all at the same time, without a single hiccup. This massive leap forward didn't just happen. It was built on an invisible superhighway running right under our feet and across the deepest oceans. Fiber optic.
So, how in the world did we get here? Well, this whole transformation was powered by learning how to harness one of the most fundamental forces in the entire universe, light itself.
The secret sauce here is a physics principle called total internal reflection. My favorite way to think about it is like a perfect, frictionless bobsled run, but for light. A pulse of light gets shot into this super pure glass core, and it just bounces perfectly off the inner walls, again and again, traveling for miles with almost zero loss of signal. And what's crazy is that this isn't even a new idea. Scientists were showing this off way back in the 1840s by guiding light through streams of water. Yeah, that little scientific curiosity kicked off more than a century of incredible breakthroughs. You had John Tyndall's early demos, which led to Charles Cow's Nobel Prize-winning theory in 1966, where he basically figured out the recipe for glass pure enough to send signals over long distances. Just 4 years after that, researchers at Corning actually made it happen. And by 1988, we laid the first fiber cable across the Atlantic, carrying 40,000 phone calls at the same time. A full-blown revolution was officially on.
Okay, so we figured out how to guide light down a glass thread. But how does that actually turn into your buffer-free stream or your super-fast download? Let's dive into the science behind all that incredible speed.
When you put fiber up against the old copper cables we used to rely on, it's not even a fair fight. We're talking speeds of over 100 gigabits per second. The signal can travel up to 40 kilometers before it needs a boost, while copper pretty much gives up after just 100 meters. And maybe the real game changer is that because it's light, not electricity, it's completely immune to all the electromagnetic interference that can cause so many problems for copper networks.
Seriously, it's like comparing a family sedan to a Formula One car. Sure, copper gets the job done for basic stuff, but fiber is just playing a different sport entirely. It sends pulses of data through glass at about 70% of the actual speed of light. Just think about that for a second. It's absolutely mind-boggling.
And all that incredible performance has quietly built the modern world we live in, often in ways we don't even see. It's not just about getting faster internet, it's a global system that shapes pretty much everything we do. So, let me ask you, where do you think the internet actually is? Is it in the cloud? Is it bouncing off satellites in space? The reality is way more down to earth. A whopping 97% of all international data, all of it, travels through this massive network of over 570 fiber optic cables laid across the ocean floors. This is the real backbone of our connected world.
Okay, so you'd think the biggest threat to this vital global system would be something really dramatic, right? Like international sabotage or maybe a Bond villain. But check this out. The vast majority of the time these cables get damaged, it's totally accidental. It's mostly fishing trawlers and ship anchors dragging along the bottom and snagging the lines. It's such a boring, mundane vulnerability for such a spectacular piece of infrastructure.
But the impact isn't just global, it's incredibly local. A recent study showed that in rural areas, getting high adoption of fiber leads to a staggering 213% higher growth in new businesses. Why? Because all of a sudden, you unlock remote work, global e-commerce, modern farming, everything. Meanwhile, similar communities without good broadband are actually losing businesses year after year. Fiber is a direct engine for economic growth.
And this tech is just woven into the fabric of our everyday lives, in ways you might not even realize. In hospitals, it's what lets doctors use tiny cameras to see deep inside the body. It's the nervous system for smart cities, managing traffic lights and public safety. And yeah, it's what delivers that perfect, buffer-free 8K stream to your TV. And for online gamers, oh, it's their absolute secret weapon.
For any serious gamer, it all comes down to one little number, latency, or what most of us call ping. That's the tiny delay between when you press a button and when the game server actually registers it. With a fiber connection, you can get that delay down to between 1 and 10 milliseconds. That nearly instant response is literally the difference between winning and losing.
So it's pretty clear fiber is powering our world right now. But honestly, its most important job might be as the foundation for everything that's coming next.
I mean, really think about it. When your network operates at the speed of light, it just opens up a whole new universe of possibilities. It really makes you wonder, what kind of future does that truly unlock?
Look at all these game-changing technologies that are on the horizon. AI, the metaverse, 5G, autonomous cars. Every single one of them has two things in common that they absolutely cannot live without: massive amounts of bandwidth and incredibly low latency. They are just fundamentally impossible at any real scale without a dense fiber optic network being the foundation.
Now here's a big misconception that trips a lot of people up. You'd think that faster wireless stuff like 5G would replace fiber, but it's actually the exact opposite. Every single 5G tower needs a huge fiber optic cable running right to its base to carry all that data back to the core network. So faster wireless actually demands a much denser network of fiber on the ground.
So, when you put this all together, you realize that fiber optics is so much more than just a faster pipe for the internet. It's really become something far more fundamental to, well, everything.
This quote from the Internet Society really just says it all. This invisible network, it's become the true backbone of our modern civilization. It's the essential, critical infrastructure that our entire digital world is built on top of.
So, if you only take away a few things, let them be these. 1. Fiber uses light, which just makes it fundamentally faster, more reliable, and better than old copper technology. 2. This invisible network is the engine of our modern world, quietly powering everything from our economy to our entertainment. And 3. It's not just about today, it is the non-negotiable foundation for every major technology of tomorrow.
In just a couple of decades, this amazing technology has completely reshaped our reality. So now, with a network that literally moves information at the speed of light at our fingertips, the only real question left is, what world are we going to build with it next?